Hey, this is Mike from introstars, and this week we're super excited to bring you a brand new episode of the Super Connectors podcast with a very special VIP guest, Caleb. Hey Caleb, great to have you.
Mike, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Wonderful. So Caleb, can you tell us a bit more about what you're working on and what it means for you to be a super connector?
Well, I think entrepreneurs are what I'm passionate about, helping people grow their companies. And so we created a Brave app to connect entrepreneurs to each other and to amazing spaces and communities that they can grow their business and grow their network.
Okay, and what does it mean for you to be a super connector? How do you connect people? Do you enjoy it? How did it come about?
I think being a super connector is about helping people get connected with the right people. And often you hear the cliche about your network is your net worth. Yeah. I think your network is other people's net worth, often because you're looking out for them, because karma is everything, right? So you connect somebody, you get to know somebody, you understand what they need to grow their business, and you find out, okay, well, let me introduce you to this person. And then it just goes from there.
And so when did you really realize you were really good at this? You realized, oh, I'm a super connector. I love to introduce people. Was it like a pivotal moment? Did it happen gradually? So tell us more about that.
You're the second person that's called me a super connector. The first person to call me that was a friend of mine, Sam. He's on my board. He said that actually just last summer. And that's the first time I've ever heard that term. I never thought of myself as a super connector. I just like to connect people because, I don't know, it just makes me feel good to see some value being created.
Yeah, and so how do you value those connections? Do you have like a specific way you go and network and connect people? What is your thought process when you connect people?
I guess it's in my brain. I got a little Rolodex in my brain, and I get to know people. And like when I go to networking events, you see people bouncing around the room being social butterflies. I don't do that. Okay. If I go to a networking event and I leave with 3 good connections that I know deep stuff about them, then to me that's a success. And then because I know that those deep things about them and what they need, it sticks in my brain, and later on when I meet somebody and it just clicks off, light bulb, boom, boom, let me connect you, bridge an email.
What are the typical types of introductions you make? Is it specific types of industries or types of jobs? Like what typical type of introductions do you like to make?
I mean, those are, it's good. It could be recruitment. Somebody says, hey, I'm looking to make a change, da 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 da. It gets filed away, and then eventually that pops up. It could be a business opportunity. It could be investors. It's really all about. I made a connection one time, and the 2 people are married now. So
That's also a love matchmaker. Okay, that's good. That's great. Do you have a system? How do you remember all the people you meet? How do you remember who you should match to whom? Do you have some kind of CRM system, spreadsheet? Do you use LinkedIn? Like, what is your system?
You're gonna laugh, and you're probably gonna appreciate this, but I don't really have a system. I mean, it's in my brain, like I said. I mean, obviously, I have connected with people on LinkedIn and emails and stuff like that. Business cards I don't really keep anymore, so yeah, I don't really have a system.
So your system is your memory and your amazing brain connecting the dots in real time.
That's it. I'm a dot connector.
Okay, that's really good.
Super dot connector.
Super dot connector, even better. I like that. So obviously, when you introduce people, it's all about creating value, helping others, connecting the dots, helping your network. But at some point, sometimes you have to monetize somehow. So how do you walk that fine line between building trust and helping and building that long-term relationship and personal brand, but also monetizing? How do you keep that balance?
I mean, to be honest with you, as a former real estate broker, the only monetizing I've ever done of connecting people to something is connecting people to space, and there was a commercial arrangement already there. It's an industry-wide thing, but connecting people altruistically, I've never thought about monetizing that, and so I don't really have a monetization strategy for that.
What about your current startup? I mean, you have to monetize that somehow.
Well, okay, so in my app, when people join, they are paying a monthly fee depending on which plan they're on, and they get different access to various features in the app. So there is a bit of monetization there, but also they can join for free and connect with people. But there's not really a systematic way of connecting people. It's a little bit more like LinkedIn, if that makes sense.
Is there some kind of referral system or introduction system for people to introduce people to your app or to your network?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Not really.
Yet?
Not yet. I heard there might be one. No, people refer people, to the app, and they join, and we don't really have we will roll out at some point a way that they can have promo codes and stuff like that, so we could track that, but we haven't done that yet.
Okay, but obviously in your experience working as a workplace broker, there's obviously referral commissions, introduction fees. I mean, that's kind of a common business model for most real estate brokers, right, in the commercial real estate space, correct?
Yeah, so we have a database behind the scenes, of course, and then in that database you've got people and spaces, and you can track when people are making bookings, and people are paying for the if they're booking a day pass or something. We're tracking that, but for someone to refer someone else to the app, we're not tracking.
Yep.
If we're sending someone to get an office for 30 people, of course, that's being tracked in that database.
So there's tracking there and a referral commission.
That's right. Yes.
Exactly. And so when you look at new types of platforms like introstars, where you can easily track every introduction you make and receive, and if a deal comes out of it, even 6 months later, as an introducer, you can get paid a referral commission. How do you think that changes the game for yourself or for other super connectors out there or introducers out there?
I mean, I think it's brilliant because I think, first of all, often people who are connecting, the super connectors out there, they're not thinking about monetization.
Yeah.
So, and they're not doing it to make money.
Yeah.
So to be able to make money because you're doing it altruistically, and there's a way to do that, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about fair compensation. If you spend your time and effort and reputation making a great introduction where it's a win-win situation for both people you introduce, it's only fair that the introducer themselves also gets fairly compensated. And so it's about creating a win-win situation, right? That's what it's all about.
I think that's great. It's win-win, and it's a motivating factor as well.
Exactly. It's really, the idea is to inspire a whole new generation of super connectors, right? People like you and me who just love to connect people. Let's help millions of people become super connectors themselves. That's really what it's about.
I like it. I love it a lot.
Yeah. So can you think about any trends you see like in business networking or in referrals or introductions? And how do these trends like change the way you approach networking or connecting people?
I mean, I think social media is probably the first thing to think about, and there's the affiliate marketing aspect of social media, and being able to track those referrals. But also, often referrals happen not by an introduction, but by third, fourth, and fifth connections.
Yeah.
And how do you track that?
Exactly. It's always the indirect way, the indirect path to an introduction, right? So when you meet someone, it's not so much about them; it's about who they know, who knows someone, who knows someone, who knows someone, and so. It's kind of a second level effect, right?
Exactly, and it's another reason why I like to go deep at a networking event, because it's not always going to come, you're not going to do business with that person, but you might do business with somebody they know, and if they know you deeply and you know them deeply, you know where to bridge that connection.
Yeah, and so based on that, what kind of advice would you give to young people who are starting their networking journey, starting to go to networking events, connecting people? Do you have any tips or tricks or advice you'd give them?
Absolutely. Two come to mind. One, ask lots of questions. Yeah. Ask questions, get to know someone. Number two, it's going back to the old cliche these days, Gary Vaynerchuk, jab, 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 right hook. So you want to give, you want to give, you want to give before you ask. Yeah.
No, I love it. Absolutely. That's a great approach for anyone going out there networking, questions, and give before you ask. I love it. Great. What are you working on today? What is your priority right now, and where can people follow you?
So we are growing the Brave community. I'm on social media. It's Caleb_Parker on most places. Instagram, X, LinkedIn is my name. Obviously, I have a podcast, so look me up in your podcast apps. But really just about connecting entrepreneurs to each other and to the ecosystem they need to grow their business in an altruistic way.
I love it. Am I going to see you at many networking events? Is that part of your plan, to go to as many networking events as possible?
In fact, I'm on the wait list for one next week with NovaBook, which I know you know very well.
Yes, yeah. I was actually at one of their events last night, so.
There we go.
Absolutely. The super networkers and super connectors always run into each other.
Well, you are the ultimate super networker, super connector.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's why I want to build this community of other super connectors out there. So thank you so much for spending your time with us today, Caleb. Lots of nuggets of wisdom. Really enjoyed our conversation. And so I hope to see you very soon, and maybe at that event next week.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Mike.
Great. Thanks, Caleb. Great to see you.